So, working on the Deutz some more. Changing its oil. Because one, it needed an oil change. Two, to install this. Ooh, fancy. Sick of trying different type of oil heaters with no success. So I found this one. It's actually designed for a Deutz. So hopefully this will work a lot better. To install it, not too bad. There's a plug in the back of the oil pan. And yeah, this is a 15/16, at least standard. It's probably a 24 metric, which no one around me's got anything that big. So where is it now? I made a little bit of a mess. So took a 56, this bolt's got a 15/16 head on it, welded a nut on her. Use that to get it out here. Ta-da! That worked, so. Yeah, I'll probably have to pull off this guard here to get the rest of it on, which looks like it's not too difficult. Just 4 bolts, it looks like. So, yeah. 2 for sure. I'm pretty sure these back 2 gotta come out. Just enough to kind of get that bigger unit in there. And that should heat the oil. So that'll work. I mean, that's directly heating the oil itself. Or like the magnetic one I had stuck onto the bottom of the cast iron pan. While you're trying to heat cast iron with electricity, it's going to take a lot to do it. I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, cast iron disperses heat pretty decent. Ooh, look at that Deutz. But, yeah. Putting some 15W40 in it, along with some zinc additive, because I'm assuming this has got flat tappet lifters. And the oils around here no longer have zinc in them. So, yeah, changed the filter. I bought a filter kit for this tractor, and so far out of the entire kit, it's the only filter that fit. So, wrote the hours on it too. 655448. Pretty easy to remember. But I'm going to also replace the hydraulic filter right there too, because you can't hurt. I also got to add hydraulic fluid. She leaks a little bit in the back. The reservoir there. Where is it? Right up here. She's a little low. When I say a little, I mean there's none on the dipstick. I think it's a little low. So just a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Woo! Alright, there's the fuel tank for my new diesel bunk heater. There we go. Got a little controller there. The actual heater itself. This one seems a little cheaper than the last one I bought. The last one I bought flew out of the back of my truck and exploded all over the road when my tailgate decided to randomly open. Not a good time. The instructions. Now, the tractor originally had a diesel bunk heater, so I'm just going to use a lot of the original stuff. I'm going to have to put it in this fuel pump though. Sit down over here. Probably don't even need that too much. Where's my utility knife? Actually warm enough to be outside right now, so that's why I'm taking advantage of it right now because it is still February and winter and that cold weather is far from over. Use all the other goodies. Some duct work. This is one of the important parts right here is the harness. Put that over there. We got the exhaust, fuel line, muffler, some duct work, some plates. Most of this stuff I don't think is needed too much. Fuel filter, I'm gonna have to put in. This must be the air cleaner intake. I think my last one came with this. It's gotta be. And this is for the intake. And so most of this isn't really that needed, so we got some work to do. You can kind of see where the old one went. Kind of sat in here. Here's a bunch of the wiring for the old one, which we're not going to use. But the front of it sat in here. In fact, a lot of this lays out the same, which is quite nice. Some more wiring for it right there. But probably wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe take my compressor and kind of blow some of this crap off. Kind of let's. What we got going on here? Pretty clean yet. There's a grid heater for heating it up. Supposed to help in cold starts. Yesterday it started pretty good. I didn't need no engine crack, but it was also like 40 degrees out, so. Ooh. There's, oh, this is the old exhaust pipe. Then that's where the ductwork went, right into there. So, like I said, a lot of that, oops, but there's the ductwork. A lot of that's already done, which is kind of nice because you get to bypass a lot of that installation kit stuff. So this was all for, I think, that heater too, maybe. I think I don't remember anymore. So, but it's gonna be nice having heat. Wee-hoo. All right, ran the fuel line here. Here's the fuel pump. Got it ran there. Ran the fuel line up and over. Got the ductwork into the tractor here. I should have shut the hood yet, but there we go. Got that all ran in. The heater bolted right up, perfect. I want to do something different about the exhaust though. I'm not sure. Or not the exhaust, but the intake. That clamp on that fuel line's kind of loose. I don't like that. Then this hose here, the fitting on the tank is too big for the hose. So we're gonna have to change that. Other than that, the computer, all the guts and the brains for the heater is actually in the heater itself. So I got my little handheld controller in there. I just got to finish a little bit of wiring up here. For the ground, I'll probably put it on the rail. Drilled a hole in the bottom of the floor. Right there. To run the plug through. The only thing I'm going to do different is on the inside of the tractor. the heater comes with its own tank. I was gonna run that as a well, let's see if it works. But even the inlet on the tank is too big for the hose. But right here, it's got a little sticker, actually for the factory heater. Before filling up, switch off heater. I'm gonna make a little plate. It kind of comes up and bends down. And I'm gonna mount this heater unit so the controller sits like this at a slight angle. And I think that'd work out pretty good. But it's getting dark and the wind's picking up pretty good, so only thing I'm gonna do left, come on, is thread this into my oil heater. All the oil on the ground is actually nothing fresh, so that's good. It means I'm not leaking oil. So we'll plug this bad boy in like so. Thread on the collar. There we go. And I'll probably tuck this up here. Take some zip ties then and see if I can just zip tie it up over here. So that way it's not dangling down, get caught on something. I pulled the heat shield off. I'm gonna grease this joint here. But the joint in here, I gotta get my hands more stable here. It's a little slack in there. So that's probably not good. But the joints all look good. So I'm not in no worry of blowing a joint anytime soon. Yeah, other than that, this has got to get cleaned out. That is just full of crap. The thing weighs a ton because of it. But it's probably going to be it for this week. Come back to it next weekend. So getting some work done on the Deutz. I did replace the battery cable, which you see, because she was having a tough time starting. And I took the battery in to get tested, and it tested out at like 88%, I think it was, something like that, high 80s. And once it gets below 32 degrees, this tractor won't start. So, of course, now that if I heat the oil, that's going to help. So, and that's one other thing I want to eventually get going on this tractor is get these lights working. Or probably end up replacing with more LEDs, since everything else is LED on the tractor, and it is nice. So maybe get something that's more of a, see if I can find something that's more of a curve, so it's more wide, more of a floodlight than a, like these. I think these are more like spotlights, but I don't want nothing big. So then put those on a separate switch, and that way it's, when I flip them on, I can really see around this tractor pretty good. So yeah, that's it. Wee-hoo. Woo!